Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. This is another episode of Spurs Around the World where we'll be hearing from international fans talking about the game Tottenham Hotspur 1, Ipswich Town 2.
Hello, Jim Bry here from the United States of America and a frustrated Spurs fan. I only really want to say three things today. First, still way too much giving the ball away. I mean, you got a bright pink jersey on and you pass it to him like he's the intended target. This has got to be fixed. Too much giving the ball away. Second, the importance of, on defense, blocking every cross. Once a cross gets into a dangerous area, you can't necessarily control where it's going to pinball to. But if you block the cross before it gets off, then the goal in question can't happen. So for good defense, block every cross. Third, I'd like to try to quickly dissect that second goal we conceded, the one that proved the margin of victory in the game. First of all, it starts in the other end. The Ipswich clearance comes out towards our left, and Udogie's out there that way, so no problem thus far. Udogie doesn't get there first, but hey, the Ipswich player was closer to the ball anyway. But then Udogie doesn't go out and shut him down, and he gets off a pass to a teammate, which starts this whole thing in process. Next, Betancourt does a sliding tackle, or attempts a sliding tackle, and takes himself out of the play. If you attempt a sliding tackle and you don't get the ball and the play goes on, you can catch up from behind, and he's not the speediest guy on our team. But at this point, we're still in okay shape. The high line hasn't failed yet. We've got people back who responded appropriately, but because Betancourt took himself out of the play, Romero has to come out to pick up the guy carrying the ball because you can't let someone just dribble in unmarked. He comes out far enough to take himself out of position, but not far enough to stop him from passing to a teammate. Then comes Porro. Porro is covering the guy who receives the pass, and Porro can't stop him from getting a pass into his teammate. Then Romero, who is trying his best to recover, but not quite recovered yet, can't block the cross that comes from that guy. Next, Vicario actually gets his hands on that cross. If he catches it and cradles it, no goal. But he does the worst thing possible. He pushes it with force right into Radu Dragusin, who is facing towards goal instead of away from goal and can't help it coming off him. But even then, it might not have gone in the net. But neither Radu nor Vicario could respond quicker than the Ipswich player did, and that's when it ended up in the net. So, you can't blame any single one of those players. You have to blame them all collectively, because if any one of them had done a little more, it would have been no goal. The worst case scenario would have been a draw. I'm at 3 minutes. I'll let it go there. Come on, you Spurs.
Hi guys, this is Simone Dell'Uomo from Italy for Chris Collin. The day after is clearly even harder. First of all, we need to start stressing and underlining once again that this has been, since now, the worst start of a season in Tottenham Hotspur recent history of the last 20 years. Secondly, we need to talk. We need to question. We need to discuss about Ange Postecoglou. Ange Postecoglou is this. This is Ange Postecoglou. You can win 3-0 at Trafford, you can smash sides like West Ham or Aston Villa, but as well, you can drop points everywhere against the small teams. You can lose at home to Ipswich, you can lose to Brighton, you can lose to Newcastle, You can lose everywhere. This is what Ange Postecoglou is all about. And he is currently, once again, hiding himself behind his playing. He wants us to play a certain type of football. But this is not Tottenham way. Tottenham way is about playing with style, thinking about the glory of the game, winning with style, not kamikaze football. This is an insane, reckless idea of football. And we are not in September anymore. We are in November. We are in November of the second year of the Postecoglou's project. When you should reap the benefits, reap the rewards, reap the fruits of what you did in the first season. But his philosophy is mad, is crazy philosophy of football, is reckless philosophy of football is clearly not working. And this is a problem. This is a big problem because we are in the second year. We are talking about the same manager that managed to lose that couple of North London derby at home for the first time since I don't remember. So it's fair to say that a fan base that, and rightly so, used to discuss, used to question the likes of Antonio, Jose, AVB, the same best manager of the last 30 years of Tottenham history, Mauricio Pochettino. So it's fair to say that we need to start arguing about Big Ange. 10th place in the table, in the league, and it is what it is. So, let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what time will tell us. But I'm not sure anymore. To be fair, I have never been that Ange Postecoglou is the manager to take Tottenham to the next level.
Hi Chris, Tren here from Sydney, Australia. I'm definitely like everyone else today, hurting real bad. That one probably hurts the most, to be honest. I don't really have many words to say other than a few clear patterns seem to be emerging for me with this squad and the style of play that Ange wants us to play. I think these midweek games have really exposed some weaknesses in our mentality and our squad depth that I think Ange really needs to address and consider if this style of play, this full throttle style of play, can really work by playing, 2 games a week pretty much for the whole season. When we're playing, when we're fully charged and our batteries are fully charged, we're unstoppable, and it's beautiful to watch. But when we're the accumulative effect of playing midweek games, and I know he made some changes and some subs, some changes to the game today, but the mental load or the travel and all the things associated with traveling to other countries to play midweek games, and not to mention the physiological load on the players in this style of play that Ange wants us to play. I just can't see it working unless we have a little bit of not an overhaul to the squad, but certainly some additions that have that ability to play full throttle football on a regular basis. I think Solanke's one player that has that ability to back up and play with high energy according to how the boss wants us to play. But I think there are a lot of players that have really shown that they're just not up to it. And I think a few are starting to keel over a little bit, and probably questioning, is this the right way forward? So let's see what happens. Another international break with a loss. It sucks, but I'm still hopeful we're on the path forward. Take care, everyone.
Hey Chris, just Shy here from Spurs Perth. Don't mind the absolute cooked face. I done 2 days of diving, got heat exhaustion. Thanks again for having me on. What to say about that result? I don't want to say I predicted it with Dr. Tottenham, but it just seems to be a thing this year. The whole team was just pretty much completely off it. It's really difficult because we played relatively okay it's these like smaller teams, no teams using the Premier League, but it's these teams we should be beating that they seem to struggle with. I'm not quite out. I don't think going the manager merry-go-round is the best way to do things again. I do think that we do need to strengthen our rotation options. I believe it's a mentality thing. I mean, we fought back to get, at least one goal back, and, Solanke looked good. Dragerson looked somewhat out of confidence. Madison's becoming a bit of a concern. It's tricky because he can be super creative when he wants to be, but he just seems to be on a bit of a poor run of form. It's a shame we have to continue going into the international break like this. It's never easy being a Spurs fan. I'm just not sure where we go from here. I think that we do need a mentality shift. Look, we're still in all competitions. We're still going strong in Europa League, even besides the loss against Galatasaray. Look, I think if Ange can, if we do win at least the Europa League and hopefully the Carabao Cup as well this year, then, it'll be a really solid season, but who knows. Anyway, keep up the resilience of Spurs supporters, and come on, you Spurs.
Hi Chris, here's Damian from Switzerland, and this is my comment on the Ipswich game. Yes, I think very shocking performance from Tottenham. They weren't good enough, especially defensively. I just thought no one really wanted to press Ipswich. Maybe they also thought, Ipswich is a smaller team, so we don't have to give our all to beat them. But they had a really solid performance, Ipswich, and also used their chances. I think for us it's really unlucky because when you look at the games that we lost in this season, it's Crystal Palace, Brighton, Ipswich, and we drew Leicester. I think so. That are all games that we could have got more points from, and currently we sit on the 10th place in the Premier League, and I think with the games that are coming, Manchester City away, then we have Fulham at home, Bournemouth away, and Chelsea at home. I think those would be very difficult games, and I think we could end up still sitting on 9th, 10th or 11th place in December, and I think that makes me also worry about the job of Ange Postecoglou, because I'm really a supporter of him and I like the identity and I like how they play football, but I'm just scared that we get in this same thing as we always get, and that they sack the manager and everything begins from the start, and yes, I really hope that doesn't happen, but then we have to beat Man City and it's going to be hard in the Etihad Stadium as the next game. But I want to give shout-outs to Bentancur. His first goal of the season, and I think he was very solid as our number 6. And hopefully we'll win our next game.
Sixten from Denmark here. We gave Ipswich 2 counter-attack goals today, and that's just not good enough. And we played very badly in the first half. And I think Cuti Romero was not the best today. He had a very bad game, and the same with Radu Dragusin. But I thought in the second half we get better, and unfortunately Dom Solanke get a goal disallowed correctly, and then after we keep pushing with many shots, who was not good enough from Son today, from Werner, from Bentancur before he scored his header, and that's unfortunately. And we cannot lose a game against Ipswich at home. That's not good enough. We need to be better defending corners and be better to have attacking corners. We need just to be better all around. We cannot lose a game against Ipswich at home. That's not just good enough for us fans. We have to win against Ipswich at home.
Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. If you'd like to get involved in a future episode of Spurs Around the World, please do send me an email. The email address is tottenhamfanchris@gmail.com. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.